Boom. It is recording. What's up, everybody? Coach Miner, Jack Miner. It is 6:10 on the 25th day of July, 2024. It's good to see everybody that's on the screen. And those that are watching us on replay, thanks for watching. Those of you, I'm not going to call Luke out, but those guys that don't watch might not know about this. But hopefully, Luke, you're listening to this and you're like, man, what's he talking about? You know, you haven't been on the calls. So we're gonna get to review some film tonight. We're gonna get to talk a little bit about this weekend and review last weekend, and then yeah, get going. So Coach Lunt, what's happening tonight?
All right. So you all can hear me, right? Everyone hear me? Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over some film of our team running our offense. So just want to talk about a few things just so you guys can get a visual of what we're talking about when we're playing. The one game we're going to focus on is George Fox. This is our second time we played them. So I think that's the important piece to understand is like when you guys get to college, you're fortunate enough to play college basketball. One of the things you're going to do a lot of is you're going to watch a lot of film. You're going to do a lot of scouting reports. You're going to understand personnel. You're going to understand schematically from an offensive and defensive point of view of what they're trying to do. And so you're going to be prepared. If you're not watching film, if you're not doing scouting reports, you're at the wrong school. Don't ever go to a school that's not going to do stuff like that. It means it's not a good place. And just being real. So, we talk a lot about with bring it, swing it, our movement, our back cuts, our spacing. So what I wanted to try to do was put together some clips for you guys to watch what that looks like, so you can get a visual of that. And I think what's important too is this is our second game versus George Fox. So we have 16 conference games, Northwest Conference games. We play each team twice. So I wanted to specifically bring up the game of George Fox the second time we played him because we didn't change anything. So like as far as going into the game, they know exactly what we're going to do offensively. They know exactly what we're going to do defensively. They have an idea of it, and they still struggle to guard it just because of basketball is about great player movement. It's about great spacing, and it's about great ball movement. And that can be for any style of basketball you play. You're a team that runs a bunch of sets. Every time you come down and you run sets, you're still going to play off those three concepts. You got to play off great spacing. You got to play off great player movement. You got to play off great ball movement. Okay. So for us, how we play is we want to spread out the floor. We want to give our players a lot of freedom to go make plays. But you still got to have the concept of player movement, our cutters in our movement off that, and then great ball movement. So I know we haven't had a practice where we've had everyone there, but like one of the things we talk about in our program is anytime the ball gets in the paint, and anytime the ball gets kicked out, we call that a 2-out situation. Okay, so obviously we're forcing rotations, we're forcing help, which means that when we do get in the paint and we look to kick the ball out, we want to give extra pass because they might be able to close out and get to that first initial kick out, but it's a second one that any type of defense is going to struggle to get to, or you're going to create enough time to either get a shot or get another attacking penetration to the rim. So the toughest thing in basketball, this is at every level. So you go watch NBA, you go watch college at the highest level. The hardest thing to guard, right, is when defense is in closeout situations. So what we want to try to do is we want to try to create as many closeout situations as possible, because that's the hardest thing to guard. Okay, so And like I said, that's any style of play you want to play. You want to play dribble drive, you want to slow it down, you want to run sets, you want to be more of a controlled game where you're running flex or you're running swing or you're running some kind of continuity. Basketball doesn't change. Varsity guard is for defense is attacking the paint, off closeouts. Okay, so that's our whole idea is that we want to do everything we can to get the ball to the paint. Okay, and then we want to create closeout situations. All right, so this is going to be an app we use. It's called Huddle. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Okay, all right. So I'm not going to bore you guys, but I will be honest with you guys. You guys should all be watching film. Like our guys are all on our Huddle account. They're on our Synergy account. Our best players spend time watching film. All right, and not only our games, watching college, watching the NBA. And I know a lot of you guys at your age right now, when you go watch college or when you go watch NBA, you know, a lot of you guys, when you watch NBA, you're watching your favorite player play. You know, and so you get fixated on what that player is doing and how they're going about, you know, whether it's getting to their spots to score, whether it's, you know, dunking, whatever you guys do, that's great. But if you really want to become a student of the game, watch the game as far as the whole dynamic of what they're trying to do offensively, what they're trying to do defensively. It's only going to help you get better, right? So I tell our guys all the time, watch NBA games, watch college games. Obviously, we have a system in place with what we do and how we do things offensively, which is very centered around more NBA style of play, which is how we do things. But you still can learn a lot from watching the college game. And like I said, keep the game simple. Basketball offensively, if you've got great spacing, if you've got great player movement, and you've got great ball movement, okay. And then obviously you got to have some players too. You know, the Jimmies and the Joes are just as important as the X and O's, because let's be honest, you could run a great X and O system, but if you got shitty players, you're not going to win a lot of fucking games. It's just the way it is. So you got to be able to have some players too. So I just wanted to put together some clips for you guys and just show some concepts. Now, we've had limited time together, so there's going to be some things in here that you'll see that we might have not talked about as a group, just because we don't even have basics yet. So I cut, or you see I duck in, or you see a speed DOH, because all we talked about in LDOH is a stop behind. That's just because we're a lot more advanced with what we're doing with our team and where we're at with our team. But the concepts shouldn't change. So great spacing, great player movement, great ball movement. So let's get to some clips here. All right, so we're the team in white. Okay. And I'm going to start the clip over.
And 37. And 37.
It's doing that.
And 39. And 39.
Okay. So we're bringing down the ball. Okay. Obviously, with what we talked about with you guys is everything we want to do is we want to be in attack mode. So like our guys are drilled early in the season, get the ball to the paint as fast as possible. If we can do that, good things are going to happen. Okay? So you can see Jake Lozano, who sat on our bench. Okay, he's getting downhill and he's looking to attack. Now he gets stopped right there, and we're looking to kick the basketball. Okay, so Luke is great out here. So we're creating a closeout situation right there. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, okay, is just the spacing and the movement. Okay, so we're in what we call our 4 set right now, which is our 4 out, 1 in. We'll run 5 set, which is our 5 out. We'll run 3 set, which is our 3 out, 2 in. We'll have 2 guys playing on the block, dunker spot, elbow, mid lane, net spots, and then we'll play a 4 set, which means we just have 1 post player, which is primarily what we try to do with you guys. Okay, but all the concepts stay the same with whatever we run, whether it's 5 out, whether it's 4 out, whether it's 3 out. Okay. So Lucas is doing a good job attacking the rim right there. What I'd like to point out is watch on his attack. the utilization of that big dribble. Okay, so see how he's really getting that thing out there and he's chasing it. Okay, that's huge as far as development goes. And I know I've talked to a lot of you guys about really pushing that dribble out and getting it big, but he wants to get that thing out. That dribble shouldn't be by his side. He does a really good job of chasing that thing, and now he's got an advantage right here. Okay, so with that attack right there, what are we doing? Drawing help side off that one, getting the guy to bluff off that on this back side. We've got Mo looking to rotate down here. All of that is really, really good. Okay. So he gets to the paint. Okay, good spacing off that. All right. So now you can see the player moving right here. Okay, so this would be, if we're going to bring it, swing it situation, getting the ball reversed, playing off that 45 where Luke is right here. Okay. You can see Jake, he realizes right away that Luke's got the ball and he's going to be in attack mode. So what's he doing? He's moving himself to this corner. What we want to do is we want to open up this space of the floor. Can everyone see my little, what's that thing called? The little arrow. Can everyone see the arrow? Can you guys? Okay. So just pointing out the space right there. All right. So Jake's creating space, creating an opportunity. Okay. You saw Brody. Brody started elevating up. Brody's our big man. He started elevating up to go set the ball screen. And what did Luke do? Pointed him off because he said, "Hey, I got an advantage. I'm gonna use. I'm just a better player than he is. I'm just gonna look at attack." Okay. So you can see him right here. He's attacking. All right. What are we told? If anything's attacking on that side, okay, you want to look to cut back door. Now this is an easy read right here because Jake's man is just sitting right here in the paint. All right, like so, like anytime you see any kind of situation like this should be an automatic backdoor. He doesn't. This defender right here has no fucking idea where this guy is. Okay, so Luke, being a smart player, is okay. He's attacking it, right? And he's not attacking to score off of it. He's attacking for the backdoor. Right? So just play it at full speed.
And 35. And 35.
Out.
And 36.
Space. So he's getting there fast. Okay. And it's easy basketball. Now play out the back door. You saw the movement with the 4, which was Brody. Okay, looking to tee it up on that one. Okay, and you can just see spacing with what we have right there. Okay, which leads to easy layup. All right. The next one.
61. 61. And 31. And 31.
Next clip. Good pace right here. Laps attacking. Gets stopped. Gets a reverse right away. Okay. Now on this one, Drew's got a great matchup right here. Okay, so he doesn't swing it right away. He's looking to attack. Now you can see right when he attacks, look at the movement of Jake. He's moving to that corner right there. Now he's playing off the principle of if he draws this guy, he can kick it to him right here. Now look, Jake can look to attack him. Okay. 2 out. So got the ball to paint. So here comes our pick and roll. Now here's what I want you guys to pay attention to. Watch the movement. Okay, so we kick it out to Will right here. You can see right away Jake's cutting through. Drew's getting to this side. Lap's moving out here to the fence, but getting to the fence and creating space. Okay, now we're getting in our pick and roll. Okay, but can you guys see the player movement right here? So important. Okay, so look how open Lap is right here. All right, like this guy's not even, all he's fixated on is the basketball right now. He's not even paying attention to cutters we have. Just leads to wide open. Okay, now he turns the ball over right there, but he should have been strong with the ball, and he had a shot right in front of the rim, or he had what? Drew right wide open here in that corner. Next clip, pick and roll situation, and you can see Luke cutting through, good spacing right there. Now, and here's the thing I'm telling you guys, like these guys going into this game, scouting report knows what we do with our cutters, and we still score off it all the freaking time. Okay, because it's hard to guard, especially when you're playing in attack mode, which we are constantly always doing. We've got the pace, bringing up the sideline. So we got our trail, got our other 45. So you can kind of see right here, Luke's our trail. Okay. Will is filling this side. Okay. Getting to the 45, playing off our bring it, swing it. Boom. We get it swung right away. All right. Look at our player movement. Okay. Drew's cutting right away. Luke's filling this side, and then Brody's coming up for the pick and roll. Okay. Now, okay. Some of your coaches might think that this is a bad shot. For this is not a bad shot. Okay. Will does a very good job because Will can shoot the shit out of the ball. Okay? Watch his defender. So he's got his defender engaged. So here comes the pick and roll. All right. And now 21 decides to get right under it. Okay. Not an aggressive closeout here by this guy, which opens up the three. And he's gonna fucking get that all day. You'll see later on. I know he missed that one, but he knocks down. He actually had 4 of 3s in this game. Okay. They're looking to attack. They kick out, bring it, swing it. So he's looking right away, reverse it, fence. So there's 3 on a side right here, right? Look at the cutters. So Drew's cutting through. Will's cutting through. Luke's looking to fill the corner. Now, Lucas Gray's going one-on-one right here. Okay. Starts to attack his left. Crosses over, gets to his right. Okay. And then spins right there. Okay. And gets right to the paint. And for him, that's a good shot. I know he misses this one, but he knocks down a few of them. But the whole idea is look how George Fox is guarding. He's on an island. Like, so this is where skill work and development comes so into play. Like, if you can get that deep into the paint, like what we tell our guys is this: if you can get that deep, okay, and you are balanced and under control, you should be able to get a good shot off, or you should be able to get to the free throw line. Okay, using good footwork. Now, Lucas Gray does a great job. He's got a good Kobe move right there, gets squared up, and he takes a shot that he normally knocks down. Okay, and you'll see a couple clips of him where he's knocking down that shot. Okay, but the player movement and the spacing are so important in that.
Okay, so we can start off with B1.
This is an OBU that we ran. Okay, Jake's there for the shot, doesn't get it, gives it back out to Devin. Okay, this is a good two out concept. So he kicks it out, and then this is what I'm talking about. This is why 2 outs so important. Truman, one of our best shooters, okay, ingrained in him. 2 out, balls in the paint. Okay, Dev kicks it out to him right here. That's that first close out. But if you get a 2 out, which is that extra pass, there's no one that's going to be able to get here in time for him to either get an attack straight down the rim or a wide open shot. Okay, so perfect 2 out situation, wide open 3. We're not missing a lot of those, especially out of him. That's great offense right there. Ball to the paint, kicked out, got a good 2 out situation, wide open 3.
28.
Good pace.
28. And
go that side, nothing there. Spacing, you can see Luke filling that corner. Okay, all right. So we just talked about Lucas Gray's shot earlier that he knocked down or that he missed. Here's one of them that he knocks down. A good spacing, good player movement. Okay, everything's attack mode. Right. So it gets there. You can see Luke filling that side. Okay, it's all one-on-one. And then that's where you guys got to be in the lab, which means being in the gym. And you got to work on those shots and making those shots. Okay.
I-24.
It's in there, knocks it down.
I-24. G50.
Okay.
G50.
Ball out fast. Okay, you can see the 2 outlets that we're always constantly talking about. Okay, reverse it. Boom, bring it, swing it. Okay, Drew's got it. We're gonna get another one. Here's one of our DHOs. Now in this game, just with how George Fox guarded DHOs, we did what we call speed DHOs, which means you're coming off of it like a running back on a handout from a quarterback. Okay, a little different than the concepts that we've taught you guys, but that's a little bit more advanced, right? The whole idea is we want to get him getting the ball, okay, and being on attack mode. Okay, so you can see he's tacking middle. Okay, what's our movement look like? Will's cutting through. Jake's on the fence. He's gonna start getting to that corner. Brody, our 4-man, he's getting opposite. And then you'll see Truce just starts to drag up off that situation. Okay. So does it have anything there? Now, this is something we haven't taught you guys. Okay, and that's okay. But if we get to the paint, we don't have our drag, right? And we don't have our ball side wing off that one. We want to play off what we call a drop 4, which all that is a big duck in from our 4. Okay. When you want to watch the elite of elite run drop 4s, just watch UConn basketball. UConn basketball is so good at running this action for their big guys. Okay, so they're going to play off all their great movement, their great sets that they do, their great ball movement. And then when you get the ball to the paint, if you don't got anything, you want to look to play off your big man. Okay, now obviously, if you know anything about UConn basketball, they had that 7'2" guy that was drafted in the first round. Okay, Jason Joe's always a good thing to get the ball to a dominant post player inside. Okay. Brody's got it. We've got what we call rip screen on the backside with Jake. That one for Lucas Gray. The action right here. This is all off of our post entry stuff, which we haven't really talked about. Good cut by Luke. Okay. And we get that shot right there, which is a good shot for Lucas. You guys can just see the pace, right? Like right away. Fox is a pressing team. They got some pretty good athletic guards. Okay, but we're always constantly want to get that ball, and we want to look to try to get to the paint and get down here as fast as possible. Okay, so looking to double us doesn't matter. Okay, wing it, swing it, get it back to the middle. Long. Watch looking to attack. Boom, there's another one. See how the ball is constantly moving. Gets there, boom, we're swinging it. All right, once he swings it, it's ingrained in him. Get to the fence. He's going to cut through. Jake's going to get to the fence, all right, and then he's going to play off the penetration. The space opens up. Right now, he wanted to pick and roll off of it. Good. Okay, wide open, cuts back door. That's a great read by Jake. All right, and that's a layup. Okay, so now, fellas, this is our second time playing these guys. All right, they know exactly what we're going to do. Nothing's changed. Okay, this is the second half of the game. How many times in the first half did we beat them off the back door cuts? 3 or 4. Okay, so it's like it's so important, right? That you get that great player movement. Now, if we're not aggressive, okay, so like Luke's one of the best guards in our conference, is one of the best guards in the country. Okay, but he's constantly in attack mode, right? If you're not in attack mode, those cuts aren't going to be open because this guy right here knows you're not in attack mode, so he doesn't have to help. He's just going to sit right here on Jake the whole time because we know you're not going to be aggressive on the attack. What gets that cut open, right, is Luke's always on attack mode. And then he's just he reads defense very well and extremely unselfish that he knows, yeah, he might be able to split that gap and he might be able to get in there for a layup or a tough shot, but he's created the help. Jake created the open, okay, the open back door for the layup. Okay, so just being unselfish and making that extra pass. So we're playing out the pick and roll. Now watch, this is kind of funny to watch because we're loading up the side right here. You can see how fast Drew gets to the fence. Jake's telling him Truman to cut through because ideally we want Truman right here. We'd be playing off that shit, but it's too late right now because Will's already kind of attacking the rim. So it's all about just kind of giving space right there. Right now, Drew doesn't knock down this shot, but I just want you to see the importance of getting to the fence. Okay, so see where Drew is. All right, now they're loading up off this penetration. This guy's just sitting right here on the weak side elbow. Okay, if Drew's standing in this spot right here, or even this spot right here, okay, if you guys can see my arrow, he can get a good contest off there. But the fact that he's on the fence and he's wide, he's creating right, a 3 to 4 step closeout situation, which is going to be a lot easier. Okay, of an uncontested shot for him to knock down. Okay, but see, Will's on attack mode. That was a good screen and roll right there. Okay, the defender went over top. Okay, he's helping inside off that penetration, and then it's easy game. It's a wide open shot. They missed it, but that is a great look, and that's what we want every single time. So you guys just see the spacing and see the movement. All out. Let's go. So Luke draws up 2. Wheels him downhill. Good spacing. Okay, here's a DHO. Remember, it's a speed DHO. Okay, good player movement. Now listen, he was a little late. Drew was a little late on that backdoor cut, but still, just look at the spacing. Look how everything opens up when we get to the fence. Okay, this guy's got to make a decision. If this defender wants to stay on Will, okay, and guard him off that speed DHO that he has right there. Now Luke's got all the space he needs to just get the ball to the paint. Like I said, good things happen when we get the ball to the paint. Okay. So kick out. He had a shot. 2 out. Good spacing. Play off the fence. Good. Now we're going to play off DHO again. Okay. All right. And you saw Will missed one of these threes earlier. Like I said, he can shoot the piss out of the ball. So anytime he's going to get this kind of look right here, he's going to take it, gets fouled, knocks it down, 4-point play. All right. Other thing I want you guys to notice, right, is watch our bench energy. Shot goes up, knock it down. Every fucking person is standing up. Right? Like that's ingrained in our team. Will falls on the ground. You see 4 guys sprinting to go help him up. All right. Okay. Will's going to shoot the free throw. We're huddling. All right. And Will's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay. Because he's going to go shoot a free throw. But see, our guys are touching and they call Luke or Will back over. We got to get a huddle. All right. And that's what we do. Good spacing. All right, so you see the player movement. Jake's cutting through. Drew's filling that corner right there. Okay, that guy stunts. Okay, so Luke is great. In our scouting report, if you know anything about George Fox, when they help, it's a very aggressive help, and then they want to get back to their guys. So one of the things we worked on going into this game was lots of draw help, ace, so re-separate, and then you want to look to either re-attack it or give it to a kick out. So he's going to look to separate. All right, we get a DHO right there. Good cut by Jake. Look at the spacing. Look at Will's movement. It's Will. Watch his movement. All right, and then that is in Drew's bag, which is a great shot for him. Knock that thing down. Boom. Simple game.
1. B10. B10. G15. B4. B4.
Ball out. Good attack by Jake. Like I said, George Fox is pressing us the whole game. Great because they can't guard us. Good spacing right there. So we kick it out. You can see Drew cutting through. You can see Jake getting the fence. Okay. You can see Will on the ace right there. So he separates. Okay. Reverse it. Good. So he looked right off that 2 out. You can see Lucas Gray. It's in there. Good. Boom. So what's Lucas do right away? He's looking to go 2 out right there to Drew. But what are they doing with Drew? They're looking to deny that. So good recognition by Lucas. Okay. Put some through. We're going to look inside of the post. Okay. Still, just player movement was good.
B7.
All right.
B15.
Okay.
B15.
That's all I got as far as clips I put together. Okay. Are there any questions you guys have or anything that you guys see that can be applied for what we're trying to do offensively?
Coach Asher has a question. Go for it, Asher.
I wouldn't say it's a question. I would just say it's relevant to what could be applied to our team. The ball movement, no, not the ball movement, obviously, and the player movement. No one's standing still, like at all. And then if they are still, it's for a half a second to see if the player who's driving is going to kick it out to them or somebody else, or if they're going to take a shot. That's the only time somebody's stopping.
Good observation,
Asher.
I-18.
Anything else?
I-18.
Coach, are you at a bingo hall? Are you watching
Yes.
bingo on TV or?
No, we're at Ridge Walker and bingo night, so my kids are all playing bingo.
Oh, okay. Ridge, Ridge, where'd you say?
Ridge Walker.
Ridge Walker.
Bingo.
Hey.
Thursday nights, baby.
Not a bad thing to do on a Thursday night.
Yeah, the kids love it.
Well, that was great. I definitely think just this. Let's see if Cody was paying attention. Cody, unmute. Tell us the 3 things that we talked about that are key to no matter what you're running, whatever offense you have. Talk about, can you name the 3 things that we just mentioned?
Yeah, it was 2 outs. Like if you get in the paint and then you kick it out, like to like kick the next one out, and then stuff like
That's not one of the 3.
that. Well, paint to
There's
gray
3 main key things
for the offense.
for the offense. Yeah, these 3 things make a good offense.
Okay, paint to gray.
As a
Right.
concept, but not one of the 3. We'll see if you can get them. So 3 things.
Shoot,
Does any
I thought
does
paint to
anyone-
gray was.
Okay, so
anyone
let's see
know?
if Andwele, do you have, can you pick up Cody here and tell us the 3 things? He said it a bunch of times.
Just like being aggressive and getting to the paint as fast as possible.
Nope.
No. Asher, let's hear it. Let's see if Asher can pick him up. Throw some,
Is one of them being on the attack?
no.
Or no? Does anyone know?
Kaysen, do you think you have them?
Player movement
Hey!
Everyone?
and ball movement
Hey!
and I
Close. 2 out
I
of
don't know
3.
30, yeah.
2 more, but
What's this?
what would that be?
Spacing?
Spacing.
Uh,
Spacing, player movement, and ball movement. 3 keys. So I think that those are really important for everybody listening and watching this on replay. If this was being, if you are watching this on replay, Luke, tell us those 3 things, okay? Urban, I know you're driving now probably, so you're good. And then Grayson, if you watch this, tell us those 3. Shoot me a text message, a mobile message, SMS messaging, and let me know those 3 things. Spacing, ball movement, player movement. Essential that we remember those 3 things. If we, obviously it's good stuff to attack the paint and paint to great. And 2 out, give the extra pass. The second closeout is always tougher to guard. Teams are taught to close out, but that second, like Coach said, Truman, probably the best shooter in the gym, and he could have taken a contested 3, but being unselfish and being a part of the team, he swung at 1 more because he knew Lucas had been practicing just as hard. So that's where, like Kobe said, well, why would I swing at 1 more when I don't trust you? I know I work way harder than you. Why would I trust you? And some people thought that was arrogance or being a poor teammate. But I know Truman has been taught that 1 more, and Lucas Gray shoots the ball really well too. So trusting your teammates and sharing the ball, I think is something that we did well. I know we went 2-2, would have been great to go 3-1, 4-0. But the team that beat us the last game, they were 4-0. And I think we competed every game down there. So I was really proud of how you guys handled it. And then I saw a lot of you guys got to go out and see other stuff. Got to the beach. I think some of you guys got to go play some football in the sand and had some fun afterwards. So that was fun for me to see. It's awesome that you guys are getting to know each other. And sometimes you get a closer relationship with guys that are on grit than you will with guys on your high school team, just because they have similar goals and similar interests more than the players at your high school who might not take it as serious as the 4 guys I'm looking at now. Because I know you guys take it serious. So it can be frustrating at times when you're around guys that don't take it serious. Because you guys, it's harder to trust. Like, you're gonna be able to say something to Luke and he's gonna understand what it means because he hasn't been on the calls. So hopefully you're watching this, Luke, and if Cody says, hey, 2 out, or Asher this weekend says, hey, we need to, move the ball more, attack the second closeout, paint the great. Hopefully, Luke, you know what we're talking about. Hopefully you can pick that up. So that is something. Coach Lunt, you got something you want to add?
No, I just like I said, I think learning to watch film and doing that, like that, if your goals and aspirations are to play college basketball, you want to do anything of that sort, like you got to be a student of the game. You have to be. So learning to do that's really important. Our guys, like I said, we watch film every day. We film every one of our practices. We watch film every day. And that's generally before practice. If there's something I see after practice when I watch film, or I'll send clips to our guys. But like, film doesn't lie, and film is only going to help you get better. So be a student of the game. Okay, that's really, really, really important.
Film does not lie. And some of you guys, I know I sent Corbin a clip and kind of just said, is this a college-like effort? Because most of you guys have expressed interest in playing in college, and I know Corbin is listening but doesn't have his camera on. But I was like, hey, is this a block out that a college coach would want to see? And it was just one clip, but you never know who's watching. Well, you know who's watching. You got a head college coach watching every game. And so just that, you guys got to realize that good players make good plays, but great players don't take plays off. So good players, you might be able to put together a highlight film and look pretty good in your highlight film. But if a coach shows up to watch and you start taking plays off, or I have one of Ndwele and Asher, hands on your knees. I think there was a dead ball or something, but just standing up tall and try not to look tired at all. I know 4 games is a lot in 2 days, and you won't have to do that many times, but I think not taking plays off is an important lesson. If you do get tired, we can get you a break and you can come back in. But consistency and consistency of effort was something that you don't want to be questioned, because if Coach Lunt or myself or Coach Willis is gonna put our name out there to support you and help you find places to play, you need to make sure that energy and intensity and all that stuff, being a good teammate, like sprinting to help your teammates up, getting excited for your teammates. That's something that if you don't show it, we're going to tell the coaches that call and ask us about that. Like, we're not going to put our name behind somebody that doesn't want it, that doesn't make the attempt to be at the meetings, or to, I said that to Steele earlier this spring. I was like, hey, like, what do you think I would say if a college coach called me and asked me about you? What do you think I would say? He said, well, you would probably say that I'm a little unreliable and a little flaky. And I said, okay, well, are you? Like, is that wrong? And he said, well, I guess I have been missing some meetings and not letting you know, and not watching the replays. And so I said, okay, like, I just want to make sure you know that, because I don't want anybody in grit to be disappointed. That's why I haven't told anybody on this team that, hey, you're a Division I player, because we don't have any Division I players on our team. Maybe Division II, maybe NAI. That's still really high level basketball. Any scholarship level program, any college program that has players is high level. So don't take things for granted. And not that you have to kiss up to us, but we are the ones putting our name out there behind you guys. So, Coach Lunt, do you have something to add to that?
No, I was just gonna say, and the other thing is, and I was gonna save this for after we play this weekend. But if any of you guys want to know exactly what I would tell a college coach, if they were to call and ask me what I thought about you as a player, I'll let you know exactly what I would tell them. So after this weekend, if you want want to know what I would say, then I'll let you know what I would say. Because I think that's going to help you guys. So a lot of there's always going to be a positive that's going to be addressed, but there's always going to be part of your game that needs to get better, or a part of your mental game that needs to get better, etc. But it's like Katie Cronin, who played for us, he's going to OIT. OIT or Southern Oregon? OIT. I helped a lot with his recruiting, and all those coaches would give me a call, and I just flat out told them what I told Kate, that here's his positives, these are the things he's got to get better at. And so I think that's an important piece. So like I said, after this weekend, if there's anything you want to, if you want my evaluation of you as a player, what I would tell a college coach that was coaching me, or that was recruiting you, I'll do that for you guys, just to help you guys out.
And 32.
So on that, I know you guys had the assignment this last week, and I believe it was a quiz. Keller, can you unmute and tell us, did you take the test? Did you take the quiz on the reflection and self-talk, and what you thought of it?
Yeah, I took the quiz. I don't really remember much of it. I was kind of half asleep, but kind of took out of it like all this like self-talk stuff isn't stuff that we just do on the assignments and stuff that we actually have to put into our game. And it kind of just clicked in my mind once I finished that quiz, like it might actually be able to help me, the stuff that I deal with.
Well, that's good and bad. I mean, just to be honest, you can have that in your mind that you were half asleep, but don't admit that either. But everybody's kind of laughing, but it looks like Corbin completed it, Lane completed it, Vince and Keller. So that looks like that some of you might not have done it. So does anybody think they did it and didn't hear their name called?
Coach, I think I completed the quiz too.
Okay. I know you went back and did your 4-minute where you put the practice of being self-aware. So okay, then probably the I have statements. Good job on those. Willis did his too, and Luke did some. Good job, Luke. So yeah, I think definitely, I know Coach signed out. So if you guys do take him up on that, reach out after the season and ask him what he would say, because that'll give you a good realization of where you're at and kind of what you need to improve on. And Because like I said, we don't want to put our name out there if you guys aren't able to be coachable or follow instructions or aren't selfless or aren't tough. So I think everybody on this team has the abilities. But we need to make sure that we're mentally right and doing those little things. And I know we're all busy. I know there's a lot of things going on, so quizzes and the mental training might not be a priority. But if you say you want to play college basketball and you're not taking full advantage of these opportunities, then maybe change your goals or change your actions. I say that quote a lot. If your actions don't line up with your goals, change your goals or change your actions. Right? You can't have big dreams and not have the daily habits to get you there. So make sure that you guys are taking advantage of the mental training, having a head college basketball coach coaching you guys. It's been a head coach almost 20 years now. Reach out, take advantage of that. And there is, I wouldn't, I'd put our coaching staff up against any coaching staff on the West Coast. I mean, for club basketball, to have Willis and Lunt as your guys' kind of leaders, that's, I know that you guys don't, but don't take that for granted. So I'm really excited about the weekend we play. I sent out the schedule. As we're finishing up the call, I'll double check to make sure that the bracket hasn't changed. But I think it'll be a good final weekend for us to wrap up. And if you guys are planning on being at the Max Hoops Elite Basketball School or the Pacific Elite Camp, let me know as soon as you can. So that way there is a code. I sent it out in our parent chat with all of your parents, so they should have it. But if they don't, let me know. So the schedule has not changed. We do play at 3 against KZY Elite. Hopefully they show up earlier than 1 minute after the game was supposed to start. Or they have a little more urgency, or if they do that, no matter what they do, I think we kicked their ass just like we did last time. That was, I know Luke has a friend on that team. That was pretty entertaining. That was pretty entertaining. But yeah, we'll see how many offers he really has. But I think it'll be a good test. And then the second game against Spokane Elite, I know they're really good. I know that's a really good team. So we're in the national, which is supposed to be the better teams. And we play those 2 games on Saturday. And then we will play 2 on Sunday also. And I believe they'd be, let's see. I think would be 11-1. 11, there's potential playing 3 games on Sunday. So this is more of a traditional bracket where last weekend was just scheduled games as like a showcase. So let's go win a tournament. I'm looking forward to it and have a great night. I know Lane's the type that probably will watch this back and be like, hey, coach, sorry I had to go watch Deadpool. But he probably will watch this back. So I'm not gonna rip on anybody else, but some people might not watch it all the way through because it's been an hour of pretty entertaining television. And we will see you guys Saturday. I will not be up there Friday, but we will go at 4 o'clock on Friday. Coach Lunt will be there, Fife High School, and then 3 and 5 on Saturday. So I know some of you said you won't be able to make it on Friday. But I think quite a few of you said you would. So let me know if you guys have questions. Ask 3, then ask me. Let's go grit. And we will talk to you guys soon. All right. You're free to go. Thanks for coming. See you, Asher. Later, Keller. See you, Kason.